What it do? What it do? What it do? It's your boy, ep.23, and this is the Corner Store Podcast. I'm rocking with the handheld microphone today. I hope you can hear me all loud and clear. And I hope somebody will be joining me this evening, and that will be absolutely bombastic. What's good with it? Thursday, February 16th, 2 days. Oh, hold on. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong. I don't think it's February. It might be February 16th, I think. See, I'm all lost. But I know this is episode 23 of the Corner Store Podcast. Hey, this is live, so we're going to have mishap. I lost the day. I lost the date at least. I know it's Thursday. And I'm assuming, Tuesday, so, yes, it's the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So, if anybody get on the chat and they see that, let me know if I was right or wrong about today being the 16th of February, 2023. And this is your boy, OMB Dex 300, and this is the mighty KSP Corner Store Podcast. Thank you for joining me. I am correct. Whoever said that, thank you. Oh, is that KG Hustle? I think it is. Appreciate you on that. Welcome to the Corner Store Podcast, you guys. Appreciate you being here. It is another glorious day. Shout out to my homeboy, Will Jemison. Or should I say, the homie Dub. He is at the Laker game right now. He was on Instagram, sitting maybe about a few. I think I see why he be telling me to, buy the tickets he be talking about, because he was only sitting a few rows away. I don't know how much he paid for it. I'm pretty sure it was pretty nice, a nice penny. But he is at the Laker game tonight. I have no clue who they're playing, actually. I was in the office a minute ago, was gonna look at some highlights from the game that was going on TNT, and didn't really get a chance to. But, I had to do the pod tonight. Thank you guys for being here, whoever's here. Appreciate you, who that was that gave me the little date update. I appreciate it, because I know I lost my little mind there for a second. And thank you for coming. Yo, check this out, man. Hold on. I know I had another blunt here a second ago. Yeah, I lose those sometimes. It is right here. Hold on. Got it. Just to begin, it's actually the most horriblest thing you could probably think of. This first topic. Well, first off, I want to say welcome to everybody once again. That's an intro that I always like to do. You know what I'm saying? Just to let everybody know that, whoever was here a second ago, I think that might have been KG Hustle. Appreciate you. He might have had to dip out, but hopefully we get some more people in here in the live. If not, it's all good. But I got some real cool things to talk about. One of the things I want to talk about, and it's really not cool, it's just a topic that needs to be brought up. For the simple fact that being incarcerated, or the being handled while incarcerated, has started to become kind of a real peculiar thing. And what I mean by that is, in Alabama recently, a man was in police custody, and what had happened was, while in custody, I guess he started to be a little unruly or something to that effect, and they had to restrain him. So in doing so, they not only restrained him, they took him and isolated him, not in a cell or a holding room or another area. These crazy son bitches decided to put him in the freezer where he subsequently died a half hour later to an hour later. The guards put him in the walk-in freezer, and they're investigating this right now. This happened in Alabama, so if you're not trying to get your ass caught in Alabama to go to jail, I'm gonna declare right now, you stay the hell out of that state. I was born in that state, and that's all I can say about Alabama is that I was born there. And the Crimson Tide play there, who I happen to like. That's about it. As far as living down there, I don't care. I put it to you this way. And this ain't no disrespect to nobody. Obviously I'm an Alabamian by birth, and that's about it. But I ain't trying to disrespect nobody who lived down there and got real pride for that state and the whole thing. But I will say this, check this out. If you offer me $100 million to live in the state of Alabama, I'll consider it. I would consider it. I ain't saying yes, I would think about it. I would have to investigate places I could stay or maybe build a compound or something. That's a lot of money. But you're going to have to give me a whole bunch of bread and leeway. And when I mean leeway, I'm going to have to be like, people going to have to know that I ain't the one to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Just leave that brother alone. Leave him and his family alone. If you hear the Davises of Alabama, don't fuck with them. If they black. That's how it had to be. But as far as living in that state, especially if things like, now I'm not saying stuff don't happen in California in the jail system, happened to this person who got killed, who got frozen to death. I'm not saying that. There's been some real crazy, heinous things that happen in the California jail system, local jails, and probably even worse than that. But I'm going to just say, California being, even though it's racist as hell too, in a lot of ways, it's way more liberal than a jail or a prison down in Alabama. I'm going to tell you that right now. A lot of people say San Quentin is real fucked up, which it is. It's San fucking Quentin. Everybody know what it is with San Quentin. It's a fucking prison. So level whatever it is, level 1 all the way to 4 or 5. It don't matter. You don't want to be dealing with none of that. You don't. So with that said, what make you think you would want to be down south in an Alabama prison? You're not finna get no leeway down there, especially with this skin color. They probably treat brothers down there so different that just don't even make no sense. But it's jail. Jail sucks everywhere you fucking go. But now they locking people up, and now they restraining them and putting your ass in a motherfucking freezer for 30 minutes so you can freeze to death. Shit don't make no sense to me. Let me tell you one thing. The one thing you're going to get from the Corner Store Podcast, you're going to get the truth. At least the truth that I see. And from what I see is, it don't pay to do no criminal activity out there if you're a minority. Now, they going to try to force you into something by pulling you over or trying to find, let me check your car out. Especially if you live hey, it's on you if you live in a Macon County, some goddamn where down in the sticks, and you trying to make a living, and you know they be on your ass, and you can only be out. So that's on you. It's time for you to move and decide that you need to be somewhere where at least the police are diplomatic enough to not fuck with you until they think you're doing something. Even though half the time they always are thinking you're doing something. But at least live in a better city than that. Even, you know what I'm saying? I know there's some black people who live in areas where they still got sundown cities, meaning you can't be caught in that city after sundown in 2023. See, the problem with me being down there, I'm gonna shoot you. Yeah, they gonna send the whole police force, but I'll be gone by then. I'll be back in Cali. You're not gonna tell me where I'm gonna live and where I'm gonna be at night and where I'm gonna jog, all that. I'm gonna carry heat and I'm gonna pop you. And then see the police go, if you move there from California and they know you live there now, all of a sudden they're gonna be like, he probably got guns, all that. They're gonna fuck with you. This is a crazy country we live in. One that you would think would love on us more since we kick in so much. But from what I understand, this gentleman who died in that Alabama jail might have been Caucasian. All I can say to that is, in jail, all is not fair. You know dang well, even in prison, you can get your ass killed too. One thing I found out from listening to a lot of inmates and ex-prisoners, especially this one in particular guy that I see on TikTok. I can't think of his name, but he's like this Viking warrior type, persona. I've even reached out to him on TikTok for him to, go live with me, because he's in Florida, and I forget it. His thing is called Viking Mindset. If you go on TikTok and look this white kid up, it's called Viking Mindset. He talks about his time when he was in prison in Florida and how he used to have to do them gladiator fights. They have illegal fighting in prison, just like in the movies. Just like the shit you see in the movies where the guards is betting and shit. They really have that. No bullshit. And it's on Fridays, every Friday. And they said a lot of cats who didn't want to participate, sometimes they would force them in there just to bet to see how much the dude would beat the nigga ass so bad or something like that. So you want to do crime and get all up in that shit. If you one of them rowdy, crazy niggas that love to throw down, and my fat ass should be doing 20, 30 burpees every morning too on everything. But I ain't gonna sit up here and lie and say I do that. I might get up and do a fucking major fake yoga stretch. Hey, what's up, Slim? What's good with you, mama? I might do a major yoga stretch or something like that. Maybe lift weights for a couple of minutes just to get my back loose. I really need some encouragement, and not only that, some assistance to be able to do what I need to do to get myself physically back in shape. But to keep it a band with you, you don't want to go to jail, man. You don't want to go there. Oh, I feel you on that. See, but Slim, you just jumping in on this. I'm gonna tell you why I brought this up. I'm talking about what happened to this guy in Alabama. They killed him. I think he's a white dude. They had him in the restraints of the chair, and they left that man in the freezer, and he froze to death. The police did that. Now, it done already flared off the conversation on what I was talking about into stay in your butt out of jail, especially if you're a minority. Because if you can imagine if that could happen to a white prisoner, what you think gonna happen to a brother? Talk to anybody who was in a penitentiary. Case in point, my homeboy who just got out, thank God, Mr. Slim. Light Slim know him. He's one of my YouTube followers and subscribers, as well as been a guest on this show just to talk about, what had went down while he was locked up. And he was some idiot ass, some bitch back in the day had made some comment about my boy on something we was doing an episode. I took that shit off, but Slim wanted me to keep that. I don't like shit like that. I hate trolls. I hate people that do stuff like that. But back on the subject, if the guards is restrained, I don't care what you did. I don't care if you spit. They got spit masks for that shit. And yeah, they do beat the shit out of you in prison. I get it. It's like you're in prison. It's a lot of things you could do. Even model citizens, nigga, who try to do what they're supposed to do. The guards even try to do shit to them, slap them on the side of the head. And all that. That was part one of my story about what's going on in jail, basically. This wasn't a subject that I had broached or wrote down. That was basically the story, but another story just came to mind, which I neglected to write down as well. It's another prison story. This is about a murderer in Colorado who was being accosted by his female guard And when he stopped having sex with her, she started to torture him. This just happened a couple days ago. He wrote a statement or a letter to, I don't know what it was, the Board of Prisons or something to that nature. It got out. I guess it got past her because I'm sure she was screening his mail. She was extorting that man for sex. She was like taking him to like little private areas in the prison where she knew and making him do her. Now a lot of cats will probably say, man, that don't sound that bad. I don't know. If dude didn't want to do that shit with her, it must have been fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If he had to go so far as to like, nah, I don't want to fuck with her like that or whatever, it must have been something wrong. She was doing some weird things to that dude, making him do weird things to her. Eat her booty, all kind of weird shit that he wasn't really with or something. It had to be something for if that man had to tell on her. This was another story I just saw. So jail, you know it cracks in jail, man. You know it's incredibly dangerous in there. This is for women or men. I don't know what part of jail, care what part of jail it is, what gender or whatever. And some cats now be trying to hide and shit about becoming transgender to go to the female side. You fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying? There's another story. I just thought of this story. Now this happened, this was buried on the internet. A dude, and he was real feminine, but he thought because he was a guy, he can go in there and try to punk them chicks and be in there trying to fuck on them and do all kind of shit. They beat this nigga up. 15 women was the story. I think this happened in, what state was this? I don't know. It could have been Pennsylvania, I think. Somewhere in some jail where this nigga was like, I'm a woman. He was a trans testicle or wanted to be. No disrespect to the trans community or nothing. But he tried to slip up in the women's jail or something. This story is vague. This is vague. Now you're gonna have to go search this. But they beat him up. He was in there trying to punk the women and do what he wanted. This world is losing its fucking mind. So people are willing to go to jail to get 3 hots in a cot. And in some cases, when whatever you do to get in there, if you start talking too much, the guards, like this case in Alabama, will strap you to a chair, put you in a refrigerator, and let you freeze for 30 minutes. And you want to, and people out there want to do crime. Now I can see. And even in this case, I'm about to say something pretty wild. Even in this case, where I can see some cats is out there really making some moves, like birds. They got two, three birds going out there. I mean, they making moves out there, pills, whatever it is, and they just get money. Even if that's the case, it ain't enough to take the chance. It's just not to me. Yeah. Man, a lot of young cats probably see my pod and be like, yeah, probably not to you because you old now and you know wiser now and all that other shit. If I was younger, I'd be straight. Now, did I do some shit back in the day trying to get quick money? Oh, yes, indeed. And of course, because I'm older now, I look back on that shit and I go, damn. Was it worth it, nigga? Of course. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying now. But to know what I know now, if I had to run that back, there's a lot of other options I had, a lot. And see, but you, at that point, you don't see that you have any other options. All you see is this bread or busting this check or something. That's all you feel at that second. And that should be momentary. And a lot of times, if you like busting checks, let's just say you bust one of them 5,000ers. And the nigga you doing it with, you know, he said, okay, you bust it, nigga, I'll give you this, and he give you a little 1,700, like it was 6 G's, he take it, he give you 1,500, and then he take the rest, That shit ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it getting no fair time on a fraud check. It's not. That little 1,500 be gone like that. Gone. 1,500, you going to get some jet. See, most of the people who make a lick like that, They're not thinking about that to go get a video shoot or put that into a business or go buy a print and press with it. Like if you're gonna bust some shit like that, go get some shit where you can make some t-shirts with it or something and start a business and flip that shit. Most cats don't do that. You bust a lick like that, they be going to buy a pound of weed to try to serve and make about $400 off of that, and then go buy some Jordans and maybe go get a female and have some drinks one night at the snooty inn and fuck with her and get high. And nigga, I had a great time when I bust that lick. We got bust another one of them checks. He ain't even trying to, see, that's the kind of criminal shit that lead to nowhere. I'm not suggesting no one go out there, do some illegal shit to get some ill-gotten gain to start their business. I'm not saying that at all. Don't think that. But what I am saying, if you're gonna be stupid enough to take a chance like that, if you fuck around and get blessed or lucky enough to get away with it, take that money and hopefully nothing comes back on you, because karma's a bitch, and do something with it and start a biz. Make some money for yourself. You know, go put that fire. It'd be funny, it'd be like you get 10 racks and then just a condo up the street, even though it need work, nigga, that's only for 5,000 down. Go get that shit. Do something incredible with that money. Don't do no shit, some ordinary shit that a white dude did. You wouldn't bought some Jordans with the fucking, why'd you do that? That's exactly what the fuck they gonna say. Because they all about getting that money. And that's why they on top. Because they keep the bread. You know what I'm saying? They do. Let's keep it 100. This all started talking about a guy getting freezing to death in an Alabama jail. You see how far this goes off into a pot of gold? We start talking about everything. Let's move on. This is some serious shit I'm talking about right now. So listen up. In the last month, there have been 5 train derailments. 5, all of them spewing some type of toxin. One just happened right now in fucking what is this? Hazardous chemicals derailment in Ohio. Recently, one just happened in Texas. One just happened in Minnesota. This was a little while back. And also one just recently happened in Tennessee. All of them doing the same thing, letting off some kind of toxic chemicals. Coincidence? Remember I was talking on my podcast the other day about how people's moods are, how people drive now, how people are quick to anger everybody, even little old ladies. Little old ladies that be 70-some years old be going nuts so cuckoo. God damn it, I'll kick your ass. I will fuck you up. Oh, they be tripping out there. So you mean to tell me there ain't no possibility that some kind of way the government is out there fucking putting some kind of toxins or something in the air? The one in Ohio, for miles around, the animals started to drop dead. That's what reports are saying. I'm only saying what these people are saying. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no wild accusations or nothing. This is what the fuck is going on out there. Trains are derailing all over the fucking country and with hazardous chemicals in there. Why are we still taking shit by train anyway? What the fuck? We can't come up with a better solution than fucking trains? It's 2023. They ain't got to hover something. God damn, what is going on? What are we spending the money on in the world? What the fuck are we doing? That's crazy to me. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This is fucking facts. That's what's going on out there. There are actually 7 train derailments that have happened in the last. It's uncanny. It's weird, and it seems way more than coincidence. I see stuff like that for what it is. I see it as some kind of weird fucking plan. Now, you may go, that's you tripping. All of that stuff ain't nothing. That's just some trains wrecked. Either something wrong with the train switch system, something wrong with the people that are driving these trains, something wrong with the tracks. Something is fucking wrong with something. That's for true. Something is fucking wrong with something. That's why my eyes got big. There has to be. Not that many trains in less than a month, or less than 3 months. Fucking in a year, trains don't derail. That many trains don't derail. And it's crazy. 2023 is starting off real weird. And I also, let's take that from this to another thing. What the hell is all these damn UFOs that's flying around? It's all over the news. Biden even went out there and had to say something about it. You got the Chinese spy balloon flying over. Then you got some satellite they say that weighs over 150,000 tons floating around in our atmosphere, and they don't even know what it is. NASA said it's space junk, like it broke off or something. Broke off for what? They say it's sending off signals too, and they don't know what it is. I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's gonna be some kind of alien life that's gonna land, it's gonna be in the next 10 years. I'm gonna just say that right now. I'm gonna say it. If we don't see aliens from 2023, from 10 years now to, you know what I'm saying, to 2030 or something, you know what I'm saying? If we don't see aliens by then, there ain't no aliens. It's aliens, but they ain't coming here to fuck with us. All of them, I don't know what's out there, what's been flying around and zipping at Mach 67.6. But if they don't, I don't even know why the fuck the aliens wouldn't land and be like, look, man, we can beat y'all ass if we want. We here, we gonna study you, what's up, and just fly back out of the sky. What we gonna do? It ain't gonna be like the movies. We gonna build our own little super ships and go out and get them. No, we weak as fuck. I don't give a fuck what we done built, these little stealth jets and all that. That shit ain't gonna beat no so-called super alien shit. It's not. We're gonna get our asses waxed. The first thing, the thing that'd be weird about real aliens, if aliens really came to Earth, they'll probably just do one thing. They'll just set a germ that don't fuck with them from their planet on us. Just drop that shit on the ground and watch that shit eat us alive. Some germ make us all sick and we die like one. It would be easy to beat us. Because the first thing we gonna want to do is nuke bomb their ass. And that's gonna destroy the whole planet. We don't know how to defend ourselves from no aliens. But it's a lot of weird shit going on out there. A lot of weird fly things out there that they can't identify. They shooting down balloons. You know what I'm saying? And trains are derailing all over the place, spewing toxins all over the place. They cordon off whole areas. People got to move out of their homes because they can't keep these fucking toxic trains on the fucking tracks. So I don't know what's going on. I know this shit sound weird. That's all I'm saying. It don't sound right. Sounds like the type of shit that happened in movies. And that's why I be believing these damn movie writers be kind of having intuition of things to come, because they probably watch the news and see how trends are and Remember War Games with a fucking artificial intelligence? If you don't remember War Games, you know, you probably ain't noticed me. I'm 56. That was Matthew Broderick when he was a real young kid, and the fucking computer was doing war simulations and shit. And next thing you know, it decided it wanted to fuck everything up. We got stupid shit like that now. That's sort of like Terminator almost, when the artificial intelligence was like, you know, deemed humans fucked up and they should get out of here type shit. Sound Matrix C too. All I'm saying is motherfuckers always talking about the future in these fucking movies, and then a lot of times this shit come to fruition. So, to me, it just be the real thing. It's just the truth. Remember Star Trek? If you old enough to remember Star Trek from the 1960s with Captain Kirk, they play the shit in reruns all the time. Them communicators, people was like, get the fuck out of here. They'll never have nothing in their hand where you could look at a nigga's face and talk to him. They said that back then. When I was a little kid, they was like, they don't never have that. That's some old science fiction bullshit, boy. What you looking at that stuff for? But goddamn ray guns and stuff. You used to say that shit to us. And then they old asses now, they can't even use their phones. doing all that talking shit to us when we was young, looking at Star Trek and shit, watching Captain Kirk do his thing. Yeah, nigga. Now you can't even use your Samsung. Calling niggas trying to figure out how to even open that motherfucker. That's how it be sometimes when science really catch up and do its thing. Because I'm telling you, if it's aliens out there, we gonna know about it in the next 10 years. One of them, they're gonna land, they're gonna shoot it down, something, and it's gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen after that, but people gonna know that it's actual fucking aliens. If that shit don't happen in the next 2 years, it ain't gonna never happen. Next 10 years, not 2, 10 years, another decade, from 2023 to 2024, whatever. In that next decade. So, when that happened, if it happened in between then, you understand, because it ain't gonna never happen. Because I think either they waiting for us to get to a certain scientific level, or they not coming for real, or they whatever that shit is probes or something they sending from other planets. That could be what this shit be. Motherfuckers be thinking that shit is alien spacecraft. If it could be a probe, just like you can send a satellite to somebody, we can shoot a satellite and it'll go around Saturn. They shit might be so advanced, it go fly around and go get in the water, and water might be its power source, all kind of shit. You never know what that shit could be. So, I hate to be talking about aliens like that, but if the shit do happen, it'll happen in the next 10 years, like I said. Now, I'm going to a story now. It's that's pretty scary. So this is for all my female podcast listeners and some of the softer guys out there who might not be able to defend themselves too good. You know what I'm saying? This is for you. And no disrespect. If you can't defend yourself, this might happen to you if you're a guy. You never know. A woman in Tampa, Florida, they got video of this and everything. You can go online and find this. She fought off a rapist. And be careful when you're in these little small gyms. Not like Planet Fitness. Not like hey, what up with it, my boy Mr. Slim? Not like Planet Fitness or one of them little private gyms. There are a lot of little gyms in California. I noticed even in the valley. I live in the San Fernando Valley. I noticed there's a lot of private gyms where, the gyms stay open till like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night, or they'll open really early, like 6 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? And it's real lonely at those times. Some of these gyms are even self-opening gyms, meaning, I don't know if this was the case in Tampa, but one of those gyms nowadays where you pay your membership and they give you a code to where you could use to unlock the door when you go to the gym. There ain't nobody in there. The gym has already been cleaned and everything is ready to go. And they tell you, the towels are there, the whole thing. And you just open the gym yourself. I've seen this. I don't know if that's what this gym was like or was down in Tampa, but she made the mistake of thinking, oh no, I just realized it because I didn't write this down. I was supposed to write this down. This was a gym that was on the property of where she lived. That's what it was. It wasn't a private gym, but think of that scenario as well. Like if you're in one of those small gyms, in a real small strip mall or something in your local neighborhood that you go to. Or I saw one in Santa Monica recently when I did I had an interview for this thing. And I was in Santa Monica. There's this little small gym. Though there were quite a few people in there working out, that if, the girls, it was still dark, and Santa Monica is notorious for fucking psychopaths, homeless, all kind of sicko fucks out there. They are. Just go out there. If you've never been to Santa Monica, California, go out there. You'll see it's pretty wild. And at 6 in the morning, it's still dark and everything. So these girls may be going to the gym and it's people in there, but they still got to walk to their cars. So this happened to the lady in Tampa. I think the doors do lock, and the guy came up It turns out he lives in the property too. It wasn't like he was homeless or anything like that, which is really strange that you would try to rape a lady that lives in your fucking building. There's something wrong with that dude. So the video shows that she let him in, and I guess she went back to the back and started working out. It was out of the purview of the video at that point. And then you notice her coming back as he's grabbing on her. He even wrestles her all the way to the ground, but she's popping him in the face. I have to give that lady a lot of props, and I guess tussling with her tired him out. This motherfucker's walking around in Crocs. So you gotta know something's wrong with that if you're her. If you see this guy, he's got a big thick ass beard, his afro's all weird, he's in shorts, and he's wearing some fucking Crocs. And you know what I'm saying? You just gotta fill the room sometime. No disrespect to her, and thank God she got away. And so I'd say to a lot of women, carry like a little fanny pack. Listen to me now. You can't. One thing you gotta understand is these people, if they're gonna attack you like that on the street, that means they're fucking what's the word? Seamless. They don't give a shit. They want to get you. So at Big Five Sporting Goods, if you go to Big Five Sporting Goods, they have a real lovely knife section. Oh, some of the nicest, smallest legal knives. In California, the knife got to be able to fit in the palm of your hand. You know, so the blade can't be no more than 4 to 6 inches. So you buy you one of those little knives and you put it in your little fanny pack or your purse or something. And if you can get to it, and let me tell you something, ladies, the fear of making somebody bleed or hurting somebody, you got to fucking get over it. Because these fucking guys out here will try you. Now, you think a dude's only going to send you a dick pic on a dating site? Well, if he's bold enough to do that, he's bold enough to try to rub his penis on you somewhere. I'm telling you. I don't mean to make light of this, but hey, you know, when the police show up and they see his ass, his neck wide open and he's leaking like a motherfucker, or his side, you're going to hit him in an area where he's going to back the fuck up. You're not just going to stab him in the chest or nothing like that. You're going to go for his face, or you're going to go for his fucking neck, or you're going to go for some soft tissue area. And I'm sorry to be all graphic, but hey, there's some sickos out there. The old girl was in her little yoga pants. See the little yoga pants and all that stuff, y'all? That's why I say get a little fanny pack, something you could wear right in the front. If some fucker come in there tripping, you get to, hey, back up, dude. What the fuck? Push him off as hard as you can. Use all your might. Get that knife out, and don't get it out and stand there. Like, get away from me or any shit like that. When you get that fucking knife out, if you push him, you charge his ass and you jug the shit out of him. He's gonna run. I promise you. He gonna run because this bitch is great. That's the first thing. I don't give a fuck how big he is or whatever. If you get that knife out, it's gonna be a nice little blade. You click that bitch and you hold it in your hand and you jug that nigga 2-3 times, you'll be fine. Fuck some pepper spray, all of that. Get you a nice knife. Now, a lot of these knives are legal. I saw one girl and I love her. When I ain't gonna say her name or nothing, but there's a female that I met. We was chopping it up, and we got to talking about something similar about protecting yourself as a woman. That woman pulled out some brass knuckles. But it was the kind with the little illegal as fuck. But I commend her for doing that. I commend you, girl, for the simple fact that you're going to take care of yourself. Now, you get, what the fuck? And you grabbing on her, whatever, she get them knuckles out, nigga, she going to put your eye out with them knuckles. And you going to deserve it for putting your hand on her. Now, let me not just super hoorah for females. I hoorah for y'all because you are the queens. Especially our black sisters out there, you are the queens. No matter how much tongue and much shit you talk back and all that and everything, you still the mothers of the world. You know, most of y'all, you know what I'm saying, are good women and everything like that. But some of y'all need to shut the fuck up. I'm only singing your praises now because you need to know about some of these psychopaths out there like this fucker in Tampa. They caught his ass too. I had his name written down. But I said, you know what, you don't even need to know that weirdo's name. All you need to know is his ass is caught. This stupid son of a bitch lives in a building and decided he was going to come back down a couple of days later to the fitness room where he was subsequently arrested like a motherfucker. He should have been. I saw the video. It was weird. It was nasty. And if I'd have came in there with my old ass and seen that shit, and I saw him when he was on top of her, I would have choked his fucking ass out. My old ass would have got around that nigga neck and got up under that chin, and I would have held on, and he probably would have suffocated. Don't be out there grabbing no coochie, bro. You don't need to do all that. As much as my single ass love women, I never do no weirdo shit like that. Are you serious? The world has lost its mind. Most of the time, you don't see stuff like that. But the internet has been able to show a real sick and sadistic side of society. A lot of weird shit be happening. Weird shit. Low-key shit. The type of stuff that, let's be clear, goes on every fucking day, but you don't necessarily hear about it. That's super sad, man, when you think about it. It really is. We need to do better as a people. I plan on starting my clothing line soon. And I've been pricing some stuff and everything. And I've decided to, every purchase, once I get that all set up to every purchase, that I'm gonna probably slide $1 to like the United Negro College Fund or some type of, or maybe even St. Jude where I was born, because I feel like we gotta start giving back, man. I mean, even if it's in the smallest little ways, this ain't got nothing to do with me being older or feeling like the shit is around the corner or nothing. I ain't worried about none of that. Simply put, man, we gotta be more philanthropic. I live in Granada Hills. I don't think they need too much out here. Average income out here is pretty good. So, where I grew up on Western and 36 and all that, and living off of Imperial and Hoover, just those areas need help. So I'm gonna figure out some type of thing to be able to do that, or hold some type of fundraiser or something for some cause in that area. And homelessness is a big deal, but I talk about homelessness a lot. This is how I feel about homelessness. You gotta wanna not be fucking homeless. I was just talking about this the other day. There's too many homeless that's got tents on the street, sweeping in front of the motherfuckers, putting out welcome mats like they really living in a house somewhere. Either they mentally fucked up, or they have just adjusted to the point where they say, fuck it, I'm gonna just live across the street from Carl's Jr. and just give me a cup of coffee and a biscuit every morning. That shit ain't cool, man. We gotta figure out some way to help these people. But first we gotta figure out if they even wanna be helped. Is society crumbling to the point where people just give up? They're like, you know what, man, fuck this shit too hard. I ain't trying to, I'm just gonna chill right here. I can't get with that program. I don't know if y'all could either. I'm the type of person, I don't know. I gotta make it. I can never fake it. I can't do it. Keep it 100. And I know in New York, it's 3 times harder in the city of New York. It's 3 times harder to live economically in the city of New York. And then you're talking about over 10 million people on top of each other, walking down some of the main streets, man, to where it's so crowded, you feel like you're in an ocean of fucking humanity. Concrete buildings as fucking tall as far as the eye can see on an island of over 8, 9 million, 10 million people. That's a rough city. But just like they say, it's the Big Apple, and if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. I kind of believe that. The reason why I give that credence is for the simple fact that if you grew up or if you were born in New York, and cats that have lived in the projects in New York and in tenants in them buildings, hearing the horror stories of people getting thrown off the roof, all that. If you can make it through that and become something, that's an achievement. That shows you how tough it is to live in the United States of America, especially in a city like Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for that. Steel Town. That's about the only thing there that's really, what else are you going to do there other than tea? I mean, there's a lot of things you could do in Pittsburgh, but not really. You know what I'm saying? So how are people eking out their existences? How are they making it? I ask myself that shit all the time. When I look at these houses, I just be driving around looking, who's paying that mortgage in there? How are they even doing it? How are they existing? Are they budgets that time? I think about this shit all the time because I look at my crunch and how that shit squeezes your ass like a fucking fist made out of fucking, life squeezes the fuck out of you. It drains the juice out of you. Even if you got millions of dollars, you feel some type of crunch somewhere, believe it. But having that money is a real safety net. And also being able to understand how to make more money. Having money is one thing. To make more money with that money is another thing. It's a knack. But also you gotta get somebody to invest in your ass first and foremost so you can maybe even do something to make that fucking money grow. You dig? The world is crazy, man. It is hard. It is truly hard to be a success when you behind the 8 ball from birth. It's just hard. So you gotta commend the brown skins. You gotta commend the Africans. The ones who have been raised here and born in this country, and we're generations in now. If you even remotely living halfway decent, you need to be commended. And people don't even realize that. They going on cruises and shit. I be seeing chicks on Instagram and people on the fucking dating sites and all that. They be on cruising. People don't even think how fucking blessed they are. Black, especially the black. And this brings me to my last subject before I get out of here. Is the pure, unadulterated hatred black people have for each other. Yeah, you heard me. I'm looking right at you. And there's probably some black people who will watch this and be like, I hate that nigga. I hate your black skin. I don't like you. I hope you fail. I hope this podcast don't do shit. You look like the type that don't do shit. You won't do shit. Guess what? You ain't shit. I know it's somebody say that. I know it's somebody who's my friend. See they ask, how the podcast doing? Doing okay? Oh man, more power to you, man. I'm gonna pray for you. As soon as you leave, that shit ain't gonna make it. That nigga been faking for years. He trying something again. Look at him go. He said he wanna act. He said he wanna do comedy. He ain't gonna do none of that shit. Guess what? That's gonna be right where he is all day long. You know it. A lot of times I'll get a job on a new job or something, and I'll be wondering how the Hispanics are gonna treat me, because I'm gonna tell you, they can treat you fucked up on certain jobs. You'll get on a job with them and they'll treat you bad. Guess what? Your own people will treat you worse. Black people. My black people. You probably thinking I love my people, but guess what? I can't stand my people. I love you black people, but I can't fucking stand you. For the simple fact that we are always in competition with each other. We need to be in competition with them. And when I say them, I'm talking whites, Hispanics, Asians, everybody. They're out there too. But we rather kowtow to them. If we on a job with them, we try our best to be friends with them. Feeling like maybe if we're cool with them, that they will get somewhere in this damn building. If I'm friend with Connie Yamaguchi, maybe we'll be better in this place. If I'm down with Angelo Rivera, I better not fuck with Jamal them though, because when we hang together, that don't look good. Are there some brothers and sisters out there when you see them and you hear them talk, you be like, I'm kind of cool on them? Yeah, of course. Everybody No disrespect to what level you on in life. Some people just talk a certain way. Even I ain't trying to be around that. You feel me? Even that's white, black, or whatever. But one thing we gotta stop doing is fucking hating each other and thinking each other down and looking at people saying, oh, I don't fuck with them because they ain't this, or they ghetto, or they that, or they fuck. Well, shut the fuck up. You ain't no better than the racists out there. And I blame that on the society that we've come up in. We the people that wasn't even supposed to look at each other back in the 1800s when we walked with our master. You wasn't even supposed to even look at the other blacks from the other plantation. You liable to get your ass killed or your eyes poked the fuck out. So how the fuck we supposed to love each other if we wasn't even supposed to even watch each other? They broke every fucking psychological tie we supposed to have. They made it all about whoever got the most is the tightest. And in our community, you see how these rappers can't even live in their old neighborhood when they get famous? They get fucking murdered in a minute. Because they have created a monster with us psychologically. And I think we ain't gonna never, and I say this right now, everybody say we're gonna have to pray for things. Certain things is inevitably whack. And I believe the psychosis that we've been put under and the pressure that we've been put under to survive and succeed has gotten to the point where we can't look each other in the face with any love or any type of happiness. You see all them actors and stuff be up there hugging and cutting the food and love. We all love each other in this community. Yeah, you niggas is up there. The people down here fighting and scratching, ain't no love down here. No, ain't no love down here. What's down here is despair and bad traffic and fucking taxes and goddamn crazy ass politicians sitting on their fucking hands and trains derailing, dropping chemicals and all type of planes flying in the middle of the night at 3 in the morning, sound like about to land on your roof. That's what the fuck is happening in real life. Let's keep it 100. Rest in peace, Prodigy. From Mobb Deep, New York Stand Up. It's your boy. Born in Alabama, raised in the West Coast, Los Angeles, California, to the day I die. Your boy, OMD Dex 300. And this has been All Day, Every Day, the mighty KSP Corner Store Podcast. Thank you for coming to get something from the store. We're trying to do this all day forevermore, and I appreciate y'all. Let's get it. I'm still here. We're going to be back next Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to have a guest or not. We're going to be back next Thursday. I don't know if we're going to have a guest or not. 8 p.m. now. New time, new motherfucking place. No, run that back. New time, same motherfucking place. Corner Store Podcast in the San Fernando Valley, hosted by your boy, Doc Savage, the man of bronze, Dexter Davis, OMB Dex 300. I'll holler at y'all. Holla at you, Slim. Like Slim, Mr. Slim. 2 Slims on each coast. LA, New York.